If you're an author who does book signings, there is one thing you need to do the second you get out of that book signing that can really make or break the success of your future events. When you leave the venue, wherever you're going next, be it a hotel or to your home, the second you get there, sit down for 20 minutes and I need you to start taking some notes. This can be handwritten notes or it can be digital notes on your phone. I do prefer, if you are handwriting these things, transcribe them to digital later on so that you can easily find them and access them by looking through keywords. So make sure you have very easy access to this. And you are going to write down everything that happened, the good, the bad, the in between. You're looking specifically for information that later on you can look back and say, do I want to attend this event by these people at this location again? And what happened at this event on my end that I can improve or I can leverage for next time? So you're specifically going to look for your inner stuff. What worked for you? What did you try this time? What got people to come over to your table? What were the discussions you were having? What books sold really well? What discussion points sold those books? What interactions did not work in your favor? Or what was cumbersome on your table and just took up space or ate that space away? What worked for you? Did you run out of books? Did you have too many books? Do you now have to haul those books home? Or even worse, if you are in a vastly different state that you flew to, do you now have to ship all those extra books back? Pay attention to what worked and what didn't work, and then how you can grow from that, how you can leverage that to do better next time. Was there something that caught people's attention? How can you lean into that? Was there something that seemed like people were kind of shying away from? How do you remove that? Was there something that drew them into conversation, and was there something that kind of repelled them from picking up books? What did you see on your end? But also look around at the people around you. What are they doing that's making them successful, and how you can implement that into your next book signing is going to be instrumental in your next success. But I also want you paying attention to each individual event. I once went to a book signing, and I've done many signings in my day, some really good, some really not good. And I was watching what was happening. I watched the hotel staff or the venue staff, and they had worked with this particular book signing for many, many years. It was a repeat thing every single year. So they should have it down to a science, but these people acted like they've never done an event in their lives. They did not feed half of the authors the meal that they paid for. The rest of them weren't fed on time. They didn't have tables ready. They didn't have the stuff that they were supposed to have out ready. They did not have anything prepared. There was no way to transport authors from one place to the next. So we had to go through like some really sketchy areas that were employee only just to get to where we were going. It was not accommodating for people who couldn't take like massive amounts of stairs. It was really a very bad hotel or venue experience. But on top of that, it was also a really poor experience with the people running the event. They had been doing it for years. It was one of the major events in the book space, and they eventually quit doing it after a couple more. Actually, I think it was the next one. They had planned one more in a different location, and I had signed up in advance to that. If I had known what it was going to be like, I would not have done it. But I did both of them at the same time when I purchased them, so I was stuck. And I saw both of those events, the leadership, the people that ran it, just took a nosedive. It was really poorly constructed. It was very poorly hosted. They were not taking care of the things that they needed to. It was a bad experience all around for all of us. We all balked at doing it. So you have to pay attention. Do I want to work with this company again? Do I want to do this convention again? Do I want to work in this location again? If they move it from a different venue, would I be more willing to do it? So pay attention to what you liked and what you didn't like, and be mindful, because oftentimes we can get caught up or swept up in the excitement from other authors. So specifically with that one event that I struggled enjoying, because everyone had raved about it for so many years and I didn't want to be left out, I booked one in the main location. And then when they said they were having one that was actually in a much better, nicer location that I really wanted to go to, I booked both of them back to back without having attended any of them. I got swept up in what was going on. But if we had been paying attention, if I really had been looking into this and having discussions before I signed on, I would have heard there were some whispers, there were some rumblings that things were kind of going downhill, and I didn't know it. So if you get caught up in the excitement because people want to go to the thing that everybody's gone to and it's been a big name thing, you can get swept up in it and forget how bad it was last time. In fact, until you really start thinking about like, looking back at your time at a convention, you might have built it up over the years in your head that it was better than it actually was. If you've had those things written down, you can go back and remember, oh, this was a really bad person to be working with. This is a really poor experience. This is not what I want to pay $300, $400, $600 for a table for, because they were so bad at communicating, because they created such a poor experience, because they didn't market it well. So even though we have lots of social media buzz from other authors, doesn't mean you're going to have readers there to buy books. With those events, I've talked about this before, with that specific event, it was a 2-day event, and I sold more books at New York Comic Con in 1 hour at my table than I did in the 2 days at that other event. So writing these things down, taking notes on the good, the bad, the in-between to help you improve, to help you learn from the people around you, and to help you make safer decisions for what you will and will not sign up for and pay for in the future is so incredibly helpful. And if you wait a day, if you wait several days, if you wait a week, you're going to start forgetting those details, the good, the bad, and the in-between. So the second you leave and you get back to wherever it is you're staying, a hotel, a rental, or your home, you need to kick everybody out of your space for 20 minutes and just take all the notes that you can, and then you can go about the rest of your day having fun, doing all these things. But it really protects you and enables you to empower yourself at upcoming events, to make more money, to be more profitable, and to be more engaging. Drop your questions on book signings down below and follow along for more as we continue to help you navigate the world of author life, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make this the best author life possible while you also still have a life. We'll see you then.